So I can take the next slide. Okay, so the way to think about it, back in how do you interact with data? So back in the good old days, you had the terminal, black and green, you interacted with the data. Then it went over to desktop applications, think Windows 95. Then it went over to web, you're clicking around in your browser. Then mobile phone came, you're interacting with the data. What is happening now? You're interacting with the very same data using these prompts, basically, through these large language models. And what are they, if you think about it more technically, what are they actually doing? That you write in a human way, kind of like, and then understand what you mean, so it map it to something technically, right, which the system underneath can do. Then what you want to again to do is to interact with whatever system you want to do it with. So what I made today for this demo is basically a way to interact with Fiken accounting system. And I have a couple of use cases I want to show there. So if you go to the next one, Natalia, it looks like this. You have what is called Claude Desktop. That's what I'm using, but that could also be a library in React, so you can get it on web. You're connected to a MCP server. Think about that as a set of APIs. The terminology in this world is called tools that are available. A tool can be create a purchase draft, also köp, utkast till köp, if you can, list the köp, and so forth. A set of APIs or tools. That's the green one. All thing in this stripe is what I built. Then the next package I made is basically just a package which is implementation of Fiken's APIs. So it's good old services that makes HTTP requests. And of course, Fiken is the system you're interacting with. So first, I just want to show, and everything I've done, I've been coding with AI as well in WebSurf and Windsurf. I can also say when I set up the first demo earlier this week, I spent a couple of days, and then it got a bit messy. And then I just, fuck it, scrap it. And then I started yesterday from scratch and coded it again with AI. And then it got much better because, of course, shit in, shit out. I had a much clearer idea what I'm going to build and how to structure it. So I will, without being too technical, I just want to show the structure. So the first I asked it to do was to create me what I call a Fiken shared. That is basically, no, let me go back here. Let me just roll through this. What you do is that any system you want to interact with, they have some APIs. Those are almost always today documented with Swag. Yep. They are documented with Swagger. Under here, you can find the definition. It's YAML in YAML format. I then just downloaded it, uploaded, put it in this folder. It has the structure, and then you might ask AI, generate the implementation of this API description. AI love tools when you are have a clear specification. Out of that comes an implementation, and I asked it to implement the purchase and also köp or utkast till köp. Reason I'm using the draft one is, of course, my partners don't like if I put in real shit into the accounting system. Yeah, and then you see it created very nice APIs. I also asked it for testing, create me an automated test. It was also very good quality. Then I link it, and then I also to create another project, which I call Fiken Model Context Protocol, which is the standard that is very popular these days. I can just model context. I'll go through it in detail, but it's I always struggle with Anthropoly. I struggle with that name always, but it's a standard that has been accepted in the community. So it's this, and then it creates me a project. I ask it to use that shared library. because that shared library you could also imagine you can use in a web project with the controllers. That's why it's important to separate the layers. And then it generates me a description of these tools. It's funny how fast it goes, because when I tried it a couple of months ago, it had a different format. Now they made it even simpler. But what it does, here's an array with the tools, status of Fiken, and that Fiken is configured correctly. And here you go, get all purchases, köp, opprettet köp, get the köp, also and so forth, right? So yeah, then you basically build it. Look at this. The output then will be in what is called the dist folder, and this will contain your actual things. Now I will go back to the demo. So when you have a client like this, you tell it that add link to the MCP server. It's a configuration file that is here. Okay, since we're recording this one, I will rotate this key after. Yeah, it'll be on YouTube next week. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's run demo. So create a chip based on this receipt. This is from Gamle Dickens. And then it creates, first it checks the status. A little bit uncertain why it does it actually, because it should know it's up. So that is part of the tweaking. Then you ask it to create, so here in the tool, it has a definition of what it expects to get in. I notice that the AI is not perfect, so I know for this demo, it will try, fail, adjust, and then we'll do it correct. So I just need, because I've seen this conversion, even though you have the API in Swagger, it's not perfect. So this is where you need the developer to have control on what it does. So, but I will just run it twice, and then second time, it will come. So you see it created it. I can also just show for the nerds here, I'm logging the request, and you have a sense of what goes on. Then we can go to Fiken. Like here, köpsöversikt, and then you will see it created a purchase, right? Okay, so here you see, I need to work why it's not on a correct cost account, and should I upload the attachment? So yeah, you need to do it, but you guys see the potential. Then I can also, let me also show. This is another thing I highly recommend when you use the AI tools. Also, you need to have control on the APIs, and you need to test them out and be able to play with it. I always do that with Postman. I imported the very same Swagger file, so I can work with it in isolation. If you have a database, always connect to the database and make sure that the database structure makes sense, because the AI will start doing a lot of different things. So here I will add get the purchase dropped with ID. Och så kommer den alltid lite sånt. Okay. Do it like this to get rid of the formatting. Yeah, and delete. Yeah. And you will see it. For now, I always want to click it because then I have more control, but you can, of course, just allow it always. And then it retrieves it, and it's just with a get to this API. So yeah, that is the principle. I also want to list all the tools available in the Fiken AI MCP server. So think about a list the APIs, because that's how I think. And then you see these ones. And then I can keep, and I really would do this, I can keep adding more and more here. So it's super powerful. I can also tell the context of this together with, I think everyone here knows Olav. Yep. So we have an accounting system with him. We call it Reimeos. Very happy with the name. Well, was Olav's thing. So we want to automate more and more with accounting. So, yep, that's the sales pitch. Yeah, great. Let me continue. Also, my reflections. It goes faster if you ask the right question. It is a powerful tool, but you can't let it just. I compare AI with the Indian developer. You pay $500, right? Mm-hmm. Have you done it? Yes. Have they thought about everything? No. But it's a very fast Indian developer. So as long as you keep structure on it, it's very powerful. And yeah, that I can also mention again a little bit sales pitches is owning, which I made with Jon, the platform. But the reason I mention it is because it's also developed in Lovable. With the same principle, I check out the code. I have control on which services are used in Superbase. I have control on the database. So Natalia will get into this a little bit later. Lovable, I believe more in working with tools like Windsurf, where you see the code and build it yourself. Lovable is a bit too magic. So I did a risk when I did it with owning, and then it's kind of like I do it. It's our company, so I could take that risk. But I see the limitations as well. So yeah, thank you very much.